Read it again from the top right here. Them pages still flipping.
Verse 20. The king sent and loosened him, even the ruler of the people, and let him go free.
Read on up.
He made him lord of his house and ruler of all his subjects.
So not only did the Most High God raise him up, he raised him to be what? In second command under Pharaoh. He raised him up very great, man. So when brothers and sisters is going through adversity, you got to understand, if you hold fast to that which is good, then guess what? The Most High God will raise you up that same way. It ain't going to be when you want it. It's when the Most High God think that you ready, man. So guess what? You may have to put in a little bit more work. You may have to fast a little bit longer. You may have to pray a lot longer, man. Read on up.
To bind his princes at his pleasure.
To do what?
To bind his princes at his pleasure.
Read on up.
And to teach his senators wisdom.
And to teach his senators wisdom. So guess what? Where's the one coming up out of Egypt? Because guess what? They didn't even know how to say them damn selves out of the famine. The Most High God put Joseph over there to teach them wisdom, man.
And they cannot interpret none of the things.
None of the things for real.
But Joseph said the interpretation comes from God, my God.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's, like I said, it's a great read, man. Going back reading those stories again, well, those things be tough, man.
Read 23, y'all. They do.
Israel also came into Egypt, and Joseph sojourned in the land of Ham.
Showing you. Read that again, out.
Israel also came into Egypt, and Jacob sojourned in the land of Ham.
So it's letting you know Egypt and Ham. Ham is the original name of what the so-called white man called Africa. Give me Luke chapter 21 and verse 20. Because Christ warned us about this, man. You know, we didn't believe him. We wanted to keep being wicked. Christ warned us about this. Luke chapter 21 and verse 20.
The book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
So what, any brother know what this is going into? Brother should know. What you got, Isaiah? So what you got out?
When the Romans surrounded Jerusalem.
In what year?
I think it was
65 AD. 65 AD, the same 65 to 70 AD, because they surrounded us for a number of years to do what? To starve us out. Read on up.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
So whenever we got into trouble, what was the game plan?
Head to the mountains.
Head to the mountains of what? Africa, exactly. Who else did that in the time of danger? Christ. What precept is it out?
Raise your hand.
Give me Matthew chapter 2 verse 12. Say, sisters ready 8. Boy, 8. Matthew 2 and 12, man.
The book of Matthew, chapter 2, verse 12. And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way.
Read on. Yep.
And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt.
So if Christ was an Edomite, how in the hell could he hide in the land of Ham? You know, it's like that Facebook post where you see the little white boy in the midst of Egypt, and they all point at him. There he is. It's the same thing. Most High God, we will always run back to Egypt to do what? To hide amongst the dark nations. That was the only purpose. We are not Africans.
And that's the reason why Esau got to make themselves the Egyptians, because when Christ ran over there, guess what? They got to make himself look like the people of the land.
That's exactly right. Let's go back to Luke chapter 21 and verse 21.
Luke chapter 21, verse 21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
Flee to the mountains of Africa. Read on.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out.
So Christ is telling us, hey, y'all that's here, y'all need to get up out of here, because guess what? It's coming destruction. This is where the Most High God's going to put the curses back on us for breaking the commandments. Read on up.
And let not them that are in the countries enter thereunto.
And this is also another cut showing you that we still had Israelites that was not dwelling in the land of Israel. He's telling them, the ones that's out there, don't come back in, because they will come back for what? To celebrate the Passover, the Feast of Tabernacles, and so forth. Don't come back up in here. Read on up.
For this be the days.
For these.
For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
Any brother know what this is going into? I just gave it to y'all. Let me see if brothers keeping up with the thought. And these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. Which things? What you got, Ocean? What you sound like you was finna say it. I just said it. What you say, Joe?
He gonna plead with the other nations?
The curses.
Oh.
Us getting destroyed by the Roman Empire. Fleeing into the mountains, then doing what? From Egypt, going on slavery on the slave ships. This is what the things has to be fulfilled, because guess what? Our people kept breaking the commandments. Most High God was getting tired of that thing, man. Read on, up.
But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Because it was going to be hard on the sister if she just had a baby, and you got the Roman Empire out there cutting out the food supply, the water supply. They ended up doing what to the children? Killing the children and eating them. No, this don't mean we was cannibals like Africans. No, this is not talking about that. They had to do that. This was not our custom. So don't let Christians run that game on you, man. They had to do that. Read on.
For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
Read on, Doc.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
Read on.
And shall be led away captives into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down by the Gentiles.
Of the Gentiles.
Shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
We all, I always ask this. So he's telling us who will stand over there in that land right now. Use the words of the Bible. Gentiles. The real Gentiles. So it's letting you know that Israel is not even over there. So the fake Jewish people is not the real Jews, man. They are Gentiles. It's telling us until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Their time to be fulfilled is when what? When Christ come back and physically boot their butts up out of that land. Where's that one in
Zechariah 9?
in the Timbuktu? Over 1 million Jews. 81, 84. I said he on that mug.
Before you go there, go to Zechariah 9 and 6. Because, like you say, man, them bastards over in our home, man, that's not us, man. Let's get this thing right, man. Read it out.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 9, verse 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
Read that again, man.
And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod.
A bastard.
That's right.
That's not us, man. The bastards over there dwelling in our homeland, man. Like you say, man. Hey, when we be back in our homeland, that land will yield great fruits and everything, man. It's gonna be plenty of everything for us,
real,
man.
Physically and especially spiritually, man. This is from Babylon to Timbuktu, page 85. It says in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 78 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. So even again, this is historical books to bag up even in more detail than the Bible. Like I said, we are the ones that fled into Africa. It was millions of us in Africa. Then the so-called white man, with the help of Ham, gathered us up and took us to Jerusalem. But it's going to be a payback for that thing. Let's go back to Joel chapter 3. Joel chapter 3 and verse 8. No, start at verse 7.
The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have them sold.
Read that again. Have sold them.
Like, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
So he's going to pay them back for the things they did to us. Read on now.
And I will sell your sons and daughters into the hand of the children of Judah.
So he's going to sell their sons and their daughters to who? To us. This is going to where we have bond women and bond men in slavery. Read on.
And they shall sell them to the Sabines.
To the Sabines. Who know who the Sabines are? Africans. What precept is it? Let's help Akai. Give me Genesis chapter 10. The Sabines are Africans. Genesis chapter 10 and verse 7.
Book of Genesis chapter 10 verse 7. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah.
Read verse 7 again.
Book of Genesis chapter 10 and verse 7. And the sons of Cush, Seba.
Seba is what? The Sabines. Because Seba is the father. When you add the A-N-S, it means the father of. Just like I-T-E-S. Like the Hittites, the Jebusites. That means the father of. So the Sabines come out of who? Out of Cush. Let's go back to Joel chapter 3 and verse 8.
Joel 3 and 8.
Because it's also going into it's different terms, even like the Queen of Sheba. All those, because we know that she come from Ethiopia too, because all those is pointing to that area of Cush. Read that again out.
Joel 3 and 8. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabines, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it.
Read on out.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
So that's what we commanded to do when we out there. We telling Esau. Like, I know brothers and sisters feel harsh about that. When we tell them they're going into slavery, it's telling us, proclaim ye among the Gentiles. This ain't no joke. They going into slavery for the things that they did to us, man.
To say what they say.
And we proclaim, we commanded to tell them that, man. Read on out.
Prepare war.
Do what?
Prepare war.
Read on out.
Wake up the mighty men.
That's what we out there to do. We out there to wake up the mighty men, the 144,000 and the 1/3 of the elect. Read on out.
Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Read on out.
Beat your plowshares into swords.
Beat your garden tools into swords, because it's going to be time for that thing, man. Read on.
And your pruning hooks into spears.
Into what?
Into spears.
Read on out.
Let the weak say, I am strong.
Read that again out.
Let the weak say, I am strong.
Let the weak brother or sister in the spirit say, guess what? Say now you strong, man. Get built up in these scriptures, man. Guess what? Fast. Pray, get counsel. These things help build brothers and sisters up in the spirit. Give me Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Read that again,
Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
All the nations that came up against us, like we say, mainly the Africans and Esau, they gonna be devoured, man. The Most High God ain't gonna play no games with them in that day. Read on out.
And all thine adversaries, every one of them.
What?
Every one of them.
Every one of our adversaries. Read on out.
Shall go into captivity.
Hey, the Bible say what it say. Every one of them going into captivity, man. The Most High, like we say, like how we count slackness. Like we got that spirit to where we see little baby eat a bite. Like, nah, don't put him in captivity. Most High, go. We ain't gonna have that spirit in that day to where we got that weak nature on us. Even the sisters, Most High God gonna put the spirit on us during that time, man. To show no fear, have no pity. We need that spirit because guess what? We ain't got it right now, man.
Okay.
We ain't got it. We ain't
like,
there yet.
Ooh, look at the little Esau, little blue eyes, so pretty. No, them blue eyes is the devil, man.
You know, you see little baby ham, you want to put lotion on their feet. How come all lotion your feet? No, hey, it's not gonna be like that. No, I'm sorry. Go. Hey, It's not gonna be a game in that day, man. What you finna say? Go ahead. Read on, huh?
And they that spoil thee shall be a
It
spoil.
says they that spoiled us, they gonna be a spoil. Read on, huh?
And all that prey upon thee will I pray. Shalak.
Take your time.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Read on, huh?
For I will restore health unto thee.
That's what we need, man. We need to constantly be praying for spiritual health, man, because we need it. Read on up.
And I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord.
Read on up.
Because they called thee an outcast.
They called thee a what?
An outcast.
They called thee an outcast, man. He was just seeing right now that precepts with Isaiah chapter 56, verse 10, man. It said they calling us an outcast. By what? Calling us bywords and proverbs, African American, an outcast. I'm not them. You see how they say, like I said, I'm not them. Shoot, they don't want to be us. Shoot, we don't want to be y'all either, man. Read on up.
Saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after.
So they knowing that, guess what? Right now in our state that no man is seeking after us. But guess what? When the Most High God put that spirit on us, all nations is going to be seeking up after us, man. Give me Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. You got something?
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Brothers and sisters should all know this too.
Gather yourselves together. Ye gather together.
Zephaniah, Salakia, Zephaniah 2 and 11. And we steady going in on Ham.
Zephaniah
Salakia.
2, verse 11. The Lord will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all their gods, all the gods of the earth.
Read that again out from the top, man.
Shalak.
Because I want that thing to sink in, man. He gonna famish all their gods. Hotep, my brother. What you got? Isis, Osiris, Tobet, all their gods. Sebo, we throwing him in there too. All these Baal. Read that again, huh?
The Lord will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all the gods of the earth, and men shall worship him, every one from his place.
So every nation is going to be worshiping the Most High God from his place. That's key words up in there. Chinese, Moab going to be in Moab worshiping the Most High God. Elam and East India worshiping the Most High God. And all praise to the Most High God. Israel and Israel worshiping the Most High God. Read on up.
Even all the isles of the heathen.
Read on.
Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword.
You know we had to throw that up in there, man. They is not getting away with that, man. I know brothers and sisters love Nipsey Hussle, but he was not our people, man. You know, he was the Ethiopian, man. He is not our people. That's why these things is very, very important. They celebrating people that had us in slavery.
They want to make Nipsey one of us so bad, it don't make no sense.
Somebody don't make no sense, man. We got to come up out of that mentality. Go ahead, huh?
Even like we, you know, people, man, they Egyptians. Matter of fact, let's go to Isaiah chapter 31 and 3, man. Because our people, they, you know, they be like, man, we gods, man, we gods. And guess what? The Most High, you know, every time you go into the Egyptology stuff, that's all they talk about, their gods.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, and they talk about even the gods of Egypt. This is what the Most High says about their gods in Egypt, man. In Egypt, the Ramses and all them is supposed to be God. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 31, verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men, and not God,
And not who up?
and not God.
Not God, man. They just men, man.
Right.
They ain't God, man. Like, guess what? The Egyptians, they call on Ra. What's it called? Ra.
Yeah.
Ra.
You're right.
That's who they call on. Man, they don't call. But guess what? You see what we call on? Yahweh. I mean, you see that they some bad. Well, to me, they some dirty. They some. Most not gonna pay y'all back for that, man. Read on up.
And their horses flesh, and not spirit.
They say their horses is just flesh. You say they ain't got no spiritual horse that they flying through. You know, and they move. They got they on a spiritual horse, and they go all in the skies and fly all around and just destroy everybody. No, they just flesh. Read on.
When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall.
But he that help it, so guess what? You partakers in that, you gonna fall with him, man. Read.
And he that is hoping shall fall down.
And he that's hoping that, guess what, this gonna thing is gonna, that we gonna make it to the end with that. No, you gonna fall down with it, man. Read.
And they all shall fail together.
All them that put your trust into that stuff, you gonna fail with them, man. Together, man. All in one section all gonna fall. Go ahead,
Let's go to Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 14. Oh, praise God.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 14. Thus saith the Lord, the labor of Egypt, and the merchandise of Ethiopia, and of the Sabaeans, men of stature.
Men of what?
Men of stature.
When it talks about being of stature, what is it going into?
Tall.
Tall. It's also talking about physically and even their clout too, because they was the ruling nation during this time. Read on up.
Shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine.
And they shall be what?
Shall be thine.
Those men of statures, those Egyptians, those Sabaeans, the Ethiopians, they shall be thine. Read on up.
They shall come after thee in chains.
In what?
In chains.
In what?
In chains.
Read on up.
They shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee, and they shall make supplications unto thee.
They gonna make supplications unto us, man. This is, man, a very glorious day, man, that all brothers and sisters and children should be looking forward to, man. Read on up.
Saying, surely God is in thee, and there is none else. There is no God.
There is what?
There is no God.
They gonna know in that day that the gods of Iris, Osiris, Ra, that there is no gods. Only the one true God, man. Give me Isaiah chapter 66, verse 20. We'll end it on that one.
The book of Isaiah,
Yeah, go to it.
chapter 66, verse 20.
Yeah, for real.
And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all nations upon horses.
Read that again,
And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all nations upon horses.
Because when it talks about us being brought up out of this captivity, we coming up out of America to be brought over there to the wilderness. But we still gonna have other brothers and sisters that's still gonna be around, that's gonna survive. This is what this is going into. Those other nations is gonna bring our people back to us. They're gonna be doing it for an offering, like, please, Lord, I'm breaking your children black, do not kill me. They bringing that thing back for an atonement for the things that they done did to us. Read that from the top again,
The book of Isaiah 66 and verse 20. And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all nations upon horses.
They gonna be having our children upon the horses. Our brothers and sisters upon the horses. They gonna be walking. Read on,
And in chariots. And in litters. And upon mules. And upon swift beasts. To my holy mountain Jerusalem.
Read on,
saith the Lord. As the children of Israel bring an offering into a clean vessel into the house of the Lord.
So they doing that the same way how we will bring offerings to be atoned for sins. Because they ain't gonna want, they know the Most High God in that day is not gonna be playing. So they're gonna be trying to do everything that they can to get some brownie points, man. Everything, man. Read on up.
And I will also take them for your priests.
Read that again. Read it right. Of them.
And I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, said the Lord.
Read on up.
For as the new heavens and earth, and the earth, new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me, saith the Lord, so shall your seeds and your name remain.
So when they bring our children back, the ones that didn't get saved, like how we, Lord's will, out of this captivity, it says, then shall our seed remain. Then, like we say, these things will be complete, because like we said, we still got brothers and sisters that's in these islands and so forth, that's in these other lands. A lot of times we may not be able to reach. Well, us as battle axes, but the Lord's will, you know, we trying to get some of these places. Like we say, we got brothers down there in the Yucatan Peninsula. You know, brother want us to come up. You know, like we said, we have to get some passports and so forth. But these things is very, very pivotal to get our people back, man. We want our people back, man. Like we say, even with that Lauryn Hill song, man, if I rule the world, I free all my sons, man. Like we say, if one of us still in slavery, Hey, we all still in slavery, man.
Right.
We want all our people back, man. Even the people, like we say, when brothers and sisters throwing up prayers, think about brothers and sisters that's still over there in hard bondage now, man. We still got people over there, man, that's still dealing in hard bondage. So we want these things to resonate with people, and brothers and sisters, to meditate on these things, man. You got something? And with that, like we say shalom. We always like to bring out a law to teach brothers and sisters about the law. Actually, you brothers and sisters already know what law we going to.
Leviticus chapter 25, verse 44.
Read that, brother Sam.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 44. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of the remnant of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids.
Read on out.
Moreover, the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which these beget in your land, and they shall be your possession.
The heathen is going to be our possession. That is written in the law. If it's written, guess what? It must come to pass, man. And with that, we say shalom, brothers and sisters. Thanks to brothers and sisters that's donating online. Let me say the brothers and sisters that's online, help us push this truth to the four corners of the earth. Share the videos, like the videos. The brothers and sisters got